In this video, let's talk about the 2D transform. We have transform property in CSS, and inside the transform property, we can use the translate function, and then the rotate function, scale function, skew function, and the matrix function. If we use the translate function, we can provide the x direction and the y direction value here. It means we can provide the two value here inside this function. And if we use the rotate function, we can rotate this our HTML element by using the degree here. And in scale function, we can increase or decrease the width and height of an HTML element. And also we can particularly increase the width in HTML element. To increase the width only, we can use the scale x function. And to increase or decrease the value of height, then we can use the scale y function. And also we can use the skew x function for the x direction and skew y for the y direction. And also we can use the matrix function. It's just like this shortened property in CSS. It will take the 6 parameter here. It means that it will take the scale x, scale y, skew x, skew y, and then the translate x and the translate y. We will see the example of each function in this video. So first of all, let's create the new file here. I want to create the file name as 35 2D transform transform.html. And this file is created here, and I just want to use the boilerplate at first. I want to save this document into the 2D transform transform. And after that, I want to create here one style element, that is style element. And inside this body section, I want to create one div, and div ID name as my ID or whatever name you can give here. I want to style this div at first, so I just want to give the height here. Let's see, just height as okay. First of all, I have to make the ID and my ID, and I want to give here height as 100 pixel, and then the width as 150 pixel. Okay, and then also I want to provide here the background GRO and the background color as gray, and also I want to create here one border as 1 pixel solid black. Now I want to run this code by pressing on the go live options from here. This code is running here, and you can see here this code is running here, and I got one div here. So first of all, let's start our transform part. Okay, let's just use the transform property in CSS. So I have to use the transform here, and after using the transform, I can use the translate function here at first. And the translate function will take the two parameter. It is 10 if I provide the 100 pixel for the x-axis and 30 pixel for the y-axis. If I go to here, now it moves 100 pixel from the x-axis and then the 10 pixel from the y-axis. So again, I want to go here, and I want to use the another transform property, transform, and then if I use here the rotate function, and I have to provide here the degree. If I provide the 20 degree here, and if I go to browser, now this is move into the 20 degree rotation. I just want to use this property when I hover my element. So I just want to use the pseudo class property here, my ID, and then if I use the hover property, and if I hover such things, then only it will rotate the 20 degree. Okay, so if I control X and then the control B, and if I go to here, and if I hover this element, then it will rotate the 30 degree. Okay, so after that, I want to use the another transform property, and that is the scale property. And if I provide we have to provide, it takes the two parameter here. 10 if I provide the 1,2, it means it will increase the width as 1 times and the height is 2 times. So you can see here, now width is increased 1 time and the height is increased 2 times. So if I change the 2,2, it means width and height is changed into 2,2. It means if I over here, now you can see here width is increased 2 times and also the height is increased the 2 times of its original size. So if I use here the only the transform, okay, transform, and then if I use here the scale x property, scale x, then I can only provide the width value. If I type here the 2, then it will, okay, first of all I have to give this semicolon here, and if I hover here, it will only increase the width 2 times. Also I can provide only the translate, okay, transform, and then if I type here the scale y, and I can only provide the height value here. So if I write this, then you can see here it will only increase the 2 times height. Okay. Again, I want to create here the another transform, and I want to use here the skew value. So skew, if I provide, it will also take the two skew value here. One is I can write here the 20 degree from the x-axis and the 20 degree from the y-axis. Okay. And if I go to here and if I hover here, now it will skew 20 degree from the x-axis and the 20 degree from the y-axis. I can also provide the skew only x direction in the y direction. So I can just type here the skew x as 20 degree, and if I go to the browser and if I hover this here, now it will skew 20 degree from the x-axis. Likewise, if I only type here the skew for the y-axis, then I can just type here the skew y. Okay. And if I give the 30 degree, then it will skew from the y-axis 30 degree. If I hover here, it is skewed from the 30 degree. So likewise, if I type here the another property, I'm using here the one rotate property, one translate property, one rotate property, and the scale property and the skew property. So another one and the last one is we have matrix function. So if I type here the matrix, and it will take these 6 parameter here. At first, it will take the scale x, scale scale x value, scale scale x value, and then scale scale y value, and then the sqtw skew x value, and sqw skew y value, and then it will take the translate x value, and then trans translate y value. So at first, let's provide a scale x value. If I provide the scale x as 1 value, it means I'm increasing the width as 1 pixel. And scale y value, I'm providing here the 0.2, and skew x value, I'm providing here the 2, and then the skew y value, I'm providing here the 1, okay, again 2. And if I provide the translate x value as the 3 pixel, only the power to provide the 3, and if I translate y 2. And if I go to browser and if I over here, now it will convert into this way. So you can provide the matrix function, and you can provide the scale x, scale y, skew x, skew y, and then the translate x and translate y value. Also, you can provide the different transform property like the rotate, scale, and the skew property. So in this way, you can use the 2D transform in CSS. If you get any confusion regarding this video, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you so very much.